Hi, I'm Mehul Harry with DevExpress. I'm here at the Build Windows show floor with three very special college students. Now, can you introduce yourselves, please?
Hi, I am Pranay Kothari. I am from University of Florida. I did internship in summer of 2011.
Excellent.
My name is Matthew Bailey. I'm from Brigham Young University, and I was a PM intern with Microsoft this summer.
Hey, my name is Digvijay Singh Shaktawar. I'm from University of Florida. I worked on a Labyrinth app.
All right, now guys, as I understand it, you had the chance to work with Steve Sinofsky and his team to build some cool applications that are in this preview release of Windows 8.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What
that's
was that
right.
like?
It was amazing. Honestly, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to come into Microsoft and to find out that we are going to be working on the next version of Windows before it had been released to the public. And that kind of opportunity just definitely doesn't come around too often.
Wow.
Yeah, that's you're right, Matthew. That's once in a life opportunity for a college guy.
Yeah.
We know how much we study, and
We're totally spoiled, for sure.
we are getting like millions of users for something we built. That's a pure awesome fact.
And Digby, how about yourself? Did you enjoy it?
I love words. It's an amazing of an opportunity. We were not aware that our work is going to be built in the end. We were working on it when we were sure that if we make it something amazing, it's going to prove the concept about Windows 8. But when we found out that it's going in every damn machine, we were so proud of ourselves. It's an amazing feeling.
Okay, so tell me, first of all, let's back up. How did you guys discover Microsoft? How did Microsoft discover you?
Yep. So what happens is that Microsoft goes out to campuses and they have recruiters that will come in, they'll interview you, and they're looking for three types of people. The best engineers, the best testers, and the best program managers. And so you go through a process of interviews, and you kind of look at the three different roles that you might be interested in, and then Microsoft is also looking at you and trying to see where do you fit into the company, which seat are you going to shine the most in. And so for us, we went through the process. Diggy, you were a test. I was a PM, and
I was a test.
Test as well. So we found our seats inside of Microsoft, and we just kind of took off from there.
So is that typical with the intern program that you have these three levels? Can you describe exactly what you mean by like the PM, tester? What do those roles mean?
So a PM is more involved in the design of any application. So he will try to figure out what the UI will be, what are our end goals, who are our customers.
Yeah, focusing on the end user, making sure the feature that's created is perfect for the end user.
Yeah, and PM kind of drives the whole process of developing the application, involving developers and tests. And now the developers will closely follow PM's specifications and code the application based on that. And testers would be closely involved with developers and PMs to test the application from the scenarios which are most important according to the PM's design.
But the most important part of it is just the name manager does not make anyone bigger. All three of us are equally involved in the process. All three of us discuss the features, they are heavily involved in the design, and they work very closely with each other and come up with these kinds of applications. And tester doesn't mean that you put down numbers in it and you see like does it work every time. We run automated tests on it. We create automated tests so that the application works. You provide support and it works long enough. So yeah, it's an amazing setup, and it's a circle. Everyone helps each other. It's amazing.
Exactly.
So Digby, is that unique to Microsoft? I mean, this similar levels for PM, tester, and dev to have equal voting rights and all that?
I'm from an university. This is the first chance I've worked in the industry. I am not aware of what kind of models are available outside. But I do hear that like Microsoft has a very elaborate testing system where tester has a very important role to play, where you run automated tests and you never do like manual testing until you really need it. It's like that.
And it sounds like fun. So not only were you testing, were you also coding a little bit, or were you
Yeah, as I said, all three of us are in a circle. I was in the beginning parts. I was totally involved in the design. Every damn feature, I was a part of Matthew. He was my PM.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
I was involved in prototyping and like trying to figure out like how would we able to move the ball in our game, how would we able to solve our different problems. So I was involved in development work. And as things moved on and we were able to figure out our problems, then I started thinking over how could we maintain our application and keep it stable as things change.
Yeah,
It's like that.
Just to be clear, it's not a tester, it's software developer, engineer, and test. So it's not a manual testing, it's a lot of coding.
Yeah, it's all
okay.
coding.
Yeah.
It's all coding.
So, what did you guys get a chance to build?
So I was lucky enough to build one of the most important apps for Windows, and that's the weather app, where you can see the weather of 1 week or detailed weather of today. So one of the awesome features which the platform provided me for this app is having live tiles. So as you see over here, this blue tile, it shows you current temperature, that is 25 degrees centigrade in Anaheim, California, and it gives me forecast for next 3 days. So you can see without even going inside the app, I know what I wanted to know.
Got you.
And this is not some static data, it keeps updating every 1 hour. We have a backend app server on Windows Azure that pushes information onto all the tiles that have registered to that server.
Oh, but how does that? So does a tile poll?
No, tile never polls.
Really?
There is a
Like a socket
platform
opener?
like, there is a Windows notification server and Windows notification platform. So the server is common to Microsoft and the platform sits on your operating system. So what my Windows Azure backend does is sends notifications to WNS.
Oh, okay.
And then WNS sends it to the local operating system.
I see.
And that operating system's WNP, it displays it on the tile.
Ah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You get all that baked right in, and you can just sort of subscribe, get your app to subscribe to that.
That's right. That's right.
Wow. So was it a lot of coding to get that working?
No, not at all.
Ah.
At that time, it was a little more involved, but now they have templates for getting you started for Azure thing. So it's much easier than what we started from.
Excellent. Now, what did you write it in?
So I wrote this application in HTML JavaScript. That's a standard web-based language as users would know, and a little bit of CSS for styling.
Nice.
So let's go inside the app and see what it looks like.
Absolutely.
So here, when I click on it, it launches the app into Anaheim's context.
That's a good-looking weather app.
Thank you. Thanks for the compliment.
I want to go swimming.
Yeah. So first thing the users notice here is the moving background. They're very attracted to it.
Of course.
So, but they will notice it with time that the background reflects the state of today. So like it's clear sky. That's why we have this background. For another city where we have different weather condition, there will be a different video.
Ah.
It will be black in the night and things like that.
I see. And so, if it's an HTML5 app, how are you playing the video?
Very simple. It's an HTML5 video tag.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's
the
a
new video
standard.
tag? Okay.
Yeah, that comes with HTML5. There is a lot of documentation on W3 Schools and W3 org. So it's very easy to implement that. It's like 5 lines of code. That's all it is.
Now, how do you decide? So, for example, let's say it's the same temperature in Idaho. Would you use sort of a beach video?
No, I decide that based on this. You see here, current condition. That is clear in Anaheim.
I see. Okay.
If it would be in Idaho, clear condition, that same video would be played.
I get you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can get very granular based on the data that's passed back to you.
That's right.
Excellent. Okay. And now, is there any location data that you get with this as well? Obviously, the city is defined.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if you travel around a lot, then you would need your application to detect current location by itself. So I have that enabled.
So how do you do that? Can you explain that?
Yeah, sure. So for doing that, you have to bring up the app bar.
Sure.
So you can swipe from the top or from the bottom, or just do a right click like this, and the app bar comes up. Now, if you travel, just click on the current city, and because Anaheim is already set and we are in Anaheim, that's why it doesn't do. but otherwise it will pop up this message asking whether it should allow, and then it would add Anaheim into your application,
Right.
and that's how simple it is.
And what does it do? Is that using the HTML5 feature?
No, it uses the GPS APIs provided by Windows 8. So
very
that
nice.
makes it very simple. I did this in last 4 days. Our team did this in last 4 days.
Wow, nice.
So it didn't involve a lot of coding. It was one of the best features platforms could provide. So that is an example of what Windows 8 has exposed through its APIs.
Wow, that's very cool. So you're saying that basically Windows 8 gave you a lot, and you were able to quickly code this around with HTML5 and JavaScript.
That's right. I didn't have any debugger for JavaScript. I have built some web applications.
Oh.
It was way too hard to code in JavaScript. Even one line of code of error would be hard to detect. But Visual Studio makes it way too easy for me.
So what was your level of HTML5 and JavaScript before this experience?
I knew a bit of HTML and JavaScript, but I was not expert. I was a beginner, you can say. So one of the other cool features that this app provides is secondary tiles. So it's like you care about Anaheim's weather and the weather about the city where your parents live, say in India or something.
Sure.
So you can have two tiles on your start screen,
Right.
and then they both get updated, and that's something unique to this platform which I didn't find anywhere else.
Oh, wow. Now, is there anything else you want to tell us about this application?
Yeah, sure. If you scroll around this application, you will see the videos changing.
Very nice.
So that's for this partly cloudy condition for the city. And then I would like users to know that in Windows 8 you can go to the settings, and those settings would be for the particular application you are running right now. So like we have this for weather preferences, you can change to Fahrenheit. Now you see that.
So that right bar is contextual for the app you're running on.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Which is great because that leaves applications to be completely Chromeless. You can rely on Windows 8.
That's
All
right.
users will be able to go to the side and always know, okay, that's where my settings for my application are going to be. So the experience is fluid across all applications.
Very cool.
So that's pretty much about my application.
Well, thank you very much for sharing. Now, gentlemen, what have you built?
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Can you take us back to the home screen?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. So Diggy and I, along with our developer Gnome Samuel, we created this application right here, which is called Labyrinth. And it's the classic ball maze game. And but what we did with this is that we wanted to take that idea, you've seen it 100 times, but we wanted to take it to the next level. And so we sat down and we thought about our experience, and we realized, okay, we wanted to make this application immersive. So to do that, we needed some great visuals, we needed some great sound elements, and we needed an interesting way to interact with our application. So right now, we are using a desktop, so we can come over here and use the arrow keys as input to move the ball around. But if you have a slate device with an accelerometer, or a tablet device, you can come in here and just use the accelerometer input, and the application will either pull from arrow keys or sensors automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. This is our application. What was your favorite part about it here, Diggy? What do you love about it?
As you see, our application is focused towards devices, and I was really impressed by the platform that offers, a whole army of sensors on it. And the thing is, if you would look carefully, you would feel that there are so much devices going into it. There's an accelerometer, which is the thing is, it just took 3 lines of code to pull up the accelerometer from the device and able to integrate into this. After all that we did was fine-tuning our application in order to respond to very user requirements, but we were able to create initial prototypes in like a few days, where we had our game running using accelerometer, which is amazing. The platform is really equipped with all that you need.
Yeah, getting you on your feet is super fast inside of Windows 8.
All right, so what does the color signify?
Great question. It's all about, so it's a game here, so it's all about the experience. The colors really are just a fun way for you to feel like you're creating art as you go through. So they're really really is no significance. It's just fun to look at. And
I like it. I like it. Now, obviously, this game is meant to be played by tilting the device and so forth.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, how many levels did you guys get to program on this thing?
We were able to do 10 levels. We'll come over here to the level picker and show this off. So here are the levels, ranging from easy, medium to hard. And we went in and we actually composed our own music. So each of the different categories here will have its own soundtrack. Over here, these are locked. We haven't played through yet. So it's a really orchestrated experience that you've got here in Labyrinth.
Okay, now, quickly tell me, what did you guys build this in? This is like native C++ or something?
I would go for it. The thing is, no, this is HTML5 and JavaScript.
From everything is HTML5 and
Everything.
JavaScript. The physics engine, the collision detection, all JavaScript.
The thing is, there are two things going on behind the scenes. One, there is hardware acceleration, and that is IE10 rendering. So all the JavaScript and every feature in it, like as you see, can we go back to the game?
Yep.
That's pretty smooth for just HTML5 and
that's
JavaScript.
True. That's true. The thing is, traditionally, JavaScript applications run single-threaded. You can have web workers, but they're a little difficult to control. But on this new platform, you have a new concept called promises, and you can send in a call, and it's asynchronous, and system handles this for you. And that keeps your application really fluid and smooth. So there's tons and tons of asynchronous activities going on behind the scenes, and every damn thing is hardware accelerated. So you don't eat power. We are not eating out your battery when you're playing your game, and we create a very smooth experience. And actually, we were able to run this our app on ARM architecture, and it was performing very good. And the thing is, we were also skeptical to begin with that we will require some kind of DirectX APIs or C++ going into it. And the thing is, we are using HTML5 and JavaScript, and the system can do way much more than this app. That's the power we found as we were working on it. So you can really extend your limits. I just want to tell this thing to the developers out there that you can use your knowledge about HTML5, JavaScript, available on W3C, and you can build a whole new set of applications that go way beyond web technologies. This system, this platform is really powerful.
Yeah, and the great thing about it, the hardware acceleration, you almost get it for free. Like you just build your application. All of the threading, the multi-threading with animations, all that kind of stuff comes for free, and you can't beat that, honestly.
That's excellent. It looks like a fun game. Now, you guys obviously are college students, are almost done with college. You had no real world experience, right? Now you're making it sound like this was pretty easy. How much help did you get from Microsoft?
Microsoft is an amazing place to work. Everyone over there is like ready to help. You just say, I need this, and they will leave their work, they'll come down with you, they'll sit down with you, they'll help you out. And I never felt like away from home. I never felt like that. I would crash on my couch and I would think over there. And it's such a supportive environment.
The greatest thing is that they will help you only conceptually. I never had anyone write a single line of code or even see my code.
Oh wow!
They would just help me conceptually. I would say this is my algorithm, and they would provide suggestions or something like that. They don't go into coding.
So we were definitely able to go there, interact with full-time employees, and get their advice and stuff. But it definitely wasn't. We were by ourselves developing this. I mean, and then if we came into a road bump, or if there was something we didn't understand, we would go to the person who developed the technology first of all, and then get a better understanding, and go back to our offices and work from there. So it wasn't necessarily hand-holding, but it was collaboration. So we were definitely doing our own work.
Amazing part is like, I have a problem on Canvas. Okay, let's go to IE building and find out who implemented Canvas in Internet Explorer. Let's do it.
Wow,
it's that approachable, and it's so supportive. It's amazing.
Well, guys, I want to thank you very much. Now, I'm going to get some details about where people can find out about you after this video, so that we'll post it along with the video. And I want to thank you very much for sharing your story.
Oh, you're welcome.
You guys are fantastic. You should be very proud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.